You think eating small meals all day keeps your metabolism fired up, keeps you energized, keeps the hunger away, but your gut is screaming for mercy and you can't hear it over all the chewing. That bloat you're carrying, the one that won't go away no matter how clean you eat, it's not what you're eating. It's that you never stop eating. Right now, your digestive system is running on fumes. Your gut lining is throwing a tantrum, and your insulin is basically camped out in your bloodstream, like it moved in permanently. And every time you think you're being healthy with that protein bar or handful of almonds, you're hitting the reset button on inflammation. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly why constant eating destroys your gut, what's actually happening inside when you finally stop, and the simple eating window that lets everything heal. Let's find out from the inside. Here's what your digestive system looks like right now. Picture this as a factory floor, and everyone's been working triple overtime for months. Your stomach is the loading dock, constantly receiving shipments. It's supposed to process, rest, rest. But there's no rest. It's just shipment after shipment, and it's starting to crack under pressure. The acid production is all over the place. Sometimes too much, sometimes not enough. It doesn't know what shift it's working anymore. Your small intestine, that's the actual factory floor where nutrients get absorbed. Normally, it has a cleaning crew that comes through between meals. Little cellular janitors that sweep up damaged cells, patch holes in the gut lining, and take out the trash. But the cleaning crew can't work while the machines are running, so the trash piles up. The gut lining starts looking like a warehouse that never closes, worn down, full of gaps. Your pancreas is that employee who's been sending insulin packages nonstop for so long, it forgot what a break feels like. It's supposed to spike, then drop. Spike, then drop. Instead, it's just hovering at medium high constantly. That's not normal operation. That's burnout mode. And your gut bacteria, they're supposed to have a schedule too. Some work the day shift when food comes. Others handle the night shift when things go quiet. But when food never stops coming, the day shift bacteria take over completely. The night shift, the ones that actually reduce inflammation and repair damage, they're basically unemployed. This isn't digestion. This is system overload. And your body's been running it so long, it thinks this is normal. So why does this happen? Here's what actually happens when you never stop eating. Every time you eat, even healthy food, even small amounts, your body launches a coordinated response. It's not simple. It's a whole cascade. First, insulin shows up. That's normal. Insulin is like the foreman who tells every cell, "Food's here. Open the gates. Let the nutrients in." But insulin has another job most people don't know about. It's also the anti-cleaning signal. When insulin is present, your body says, "We're in growth mode, not repair mode." Think of it like trying to renovate a restaurant while it's open. Can't happen. Customers are everywhere. You need to close the doors to fix the place. Your gut is the same. It needs insulin to go home before the repair crew can start work. But here's where the loop gets vicious. Every time you eat, insulin rises. When insulin rises, your gut lining never gets that repair window. The tiny gaps in your intestinal wall, the ones that are supposed to be sealed tight, they start leaking, not dramatically, just little cracks. Enough that food particles, bacteria, toxins, stuff that's supposed to stay inside your gut, starts slipping into your bloodstream. Your immune system spots these intruders and freaks out. It releases inflammatory chemicals, like it's calling in the SWAT team for a hostage situation. Except there's no hostage. It's just undigested food particles. But your immune system doesn't care. It sees foreign objects where they shouldn't be, and it reacts. That inflammation makes you feel bloated. It makes your gut more sensitive. And here's the kicker. It makes you crave more food. Because inflammation messes with your hunger hormones. ghrelin spikes. Leptin, the one that says you're full, stops working properly. So you eat again, thinking you're hungry. Insulin rises again. Gut can't repair again. Inflammation continues. You eat again. This is the loop. And it's not happening because you're eating the wrong foods. It's happening because your gut never gets to close for business. Your body isn't broken. It's just never been given the chance to fix itself. So what happens when you finally stop interrupting it? That's where things get interesting. Let's say you finish dinner at 7 p.m. and don't eat again until 11 a.m. the next day. That's 16 hours. Here's what your gut does with that time. For the first 4 hours after you finish eating, nothing dramatic happens. Insulin is still elevated, stomach acid is still flowing, and your digestive tract is processing that last meal. This is normal operational mode. Your gut bacteria are feasting on the fiber you just sent down. The day shift bacteria are working overtime. But around hour 3, insulin starts backing off. It's like the factory whistle blowing. First shift is ending. And deep in your gut lining, something starts to change. Between hours 4 and 8, inflammation starts its slow descent. Your immune system, which has been on high alert, begins to dial back. Those inflammatory chemicals, the ones making your gut puffy and sensitive, they start dropping. Not dramatically yet. Just the first signs that the threat level is decreasing. Your gut lining cells sense the shift. Insulin is low enough now that they can start minor repairs. Small protein patches. Reinforcing weak spots. It's like the crew doing prep work before the real renovation starts. They're not rebuilding yet, just stabilizing what's there. Your gut bacteria begin their transition. The day shift, the ones that thrive when food keeps coming, they're winding down their activity. The night shift is stirring, but not fully active yet. This is the changing of the guard. By hour 8 through 12, the real cleaning crew arrives. This is when autophagy ramps up in your gut cells. Remember those cellular janitors we talked about? Now they're fully clocking in. They start sweeping through, identifying damaged proteins, worn out cell parts, inflammatory debris. They're tagging it all for removal. The tight junctions between gut cells, those are the seals that keep your gut from leaking. With insulin staying low and inflammation continuing to drop, those junctions start reinforcing. Proteins lock into place. The gaps close. It's like grouting tile. You can't do it while people are walking on the floor. Your gut bacteria population shifts into full night mode. The day shift bacteria, the ones that thrive when food is constant, they go dormant. The night shift bacteria, the ones that produce anti-inflammatory compounds like butyrate, they wake up and start working. These are the good guys. They feed your gut lining cells directly, reduce inflammation, and strengthen your intestinal barrier. Between hours 12 and 16, this is where the magic compounds. Growth hormone ticks up slightly. Not a lot, but enough. It signals your gut lining to regenerate faster. Old, damaged cells get replaced with fresh, healthy ones. The mucus layer, that's your gut's protective coating. It thickens. It's like applying a fresh coat of sealant. Your liver, which has been dealing with all the inflammatory signals and toxins leaking through your gut, it finally gets a breather too. It starts producing less inflammatory markers and more antioxidants. At 16 hours, your gut has done more healing than it would in 3 days of constant eating. This isn't starvation. This is your digestive system finally getting the maintenance window it was designed to have. But most people never make it here. They eat breakfast at hour 12 and reset the whole process. That healthy morning snack, that protein bar at 10 a.m., that handful of almonds at 2 p.m., every single one hits the reset button on your gut's repair cycle. And here's what makes this tragic. You've been told your entire life that this is the healthy way to eat. Small, frequent meals. Keep that metabolism fired up. Never let yourself get too hungry. So you followed the advice, and your gut has been quietly falling apart. Here's what you've been told your entire life: eat small, frequent meals to keep your metabolism high and blood sugar stable. Here's the truth: that advice was never about your gut. It was about blood sugar management in diabetics and muscle building in bodybuilders. And even for them, it's questionable. For your digestive system, it's a disaster. Your metabolism doesn't shut off if you don't eat for 16 hours. It shifts. It moves from burning what you just ate to burning what you stored. That's not slowing down. That's changing fuel sources, like switching from grid power to battery power. The lights still work. But your gut actually does need breaks. Long ones. Because unlike your muscles or your brain, your gut lining is in direct contact with the outside world, sort of. It's exposed to bacteria, acids, toxins, undigested food particles. It takes damage constantly, and damage requires repair. Repair requires rest. Think of it like your phone screen. You can use it all day, but the micro scratches accumulate. You need to stop touching it long enough to apply a screen protector. Your gut lining is the same. The screen protector is mucus, tight junctions, and fresh cells, but you can't apply it while you're still eating. Here's the breakthrough most people miss: the bloat, the inflammation, the stubborn belly fat around your midsection. It's not about food quality. You could be eating organic, grass-fed, gluten-free, whatever. Doesn't matter. If you're eating every 2 to 3 hours, your gut never heals. The inflammation never drops. An inflammation around your gut signals your body to store fat there as protection. Your body thinks it's doing you a favor. It thinks the gut's under attack. Better cushion it with fat. That's visceral fat, the dangerous kind. And it's not going anywhere until the inflammation does. Once you understand this, everything changes. The fix isn't another diet. It's not another supplement. It's closing the kitchen for long enough that your gut can actually do its job. So how do you do this without feeling miserable? Here are the rules. First thing, compress your eating window to 8 hours or less. This is non-negotiable. You need 16 hours minimum for gut healing to really kick in. That means if you finish dinner at 7 p.m., don't eat again until 11 a.m. The math is simple, but the results are anything but. Start with 12 hours if 16 feels impossible. You'll still get benefits. But don't stay there. Work up to 16 within 2 weeks. Your gut needs that time to complete the healing cycle we just walked through. Those cellular janitors, that mucus layer regeneration, the bacterial population shift, none of it finishes if you cut the process short. And no, coffee with cream doesn't count as fasting. Black coffee, fine. Water, fine. Tea without anything added, also fine. Anything else, even just a splash of milk, spikes insulin just enough to slow the repair process. Keep the fast clean, or you're resetting the clock without realizing it. When you do eat, eat until you're full. Don't graze. Don't snack between your meals. Eat 2 to 3 solid meals within your window, and eat enough that you're satisfied. This isn't about calorie restriction. It's about giving your gut extended breaks between actual meals. Your meals should be nutrient-dense. Protein, healthy fats, fiber. These keep you full longer and don't cause the insulin roller coaster that processed carbs do. But the key is, when the meal is done, the kitchen closes. No, just a handful of anything. That handful of almonds at 3 p.m. just told your pancreas to send out insulin again, and your gut repair crew goes back on standby. Support your gut bacteria during the healing window. At night, when your beneficial bacteria are doing repair work, they need fuel. That fuel is fiber, specifically, fiber that you ate earlier in the day. So make sure your meals include vegetables, not just for vitamins, but to feed the night shift bacteria we talked about. Stay hydrated throughout the day, especially during your fasting window. Your gut lining is 90% water. When you're dehydrated, the mucus layer thins, and you're more susceptible to damage. Drink water throughout the day. Common mistakes. Don't break your fast with sugar or juice. That insulin spike undoes hours of repair. Break it with protein and fat. Eggs, avocado, Greek yogurt. Don't extend your eating window to 10 or 12 hours thinking it's close enough. The healing kicks in after hour 12. You need to make it past that threshold. And don't compensate for fasting by overeating junk during your window. Quality still matters. Get this right, and within a week, you'll notice the bloat dropping. Within 2 weeks, digestion smooths out. Within a month, your gut has rebuilt itself from the inside out. So here you are. You've been eating clean, working out, doing everything right, and your gut still looked 6 months pregnant by evening. Now you know why. It wasn't the food. It was the frequency. Your digestive system isn't a machine that runs better the more you use it. It's a living system that repairs itself when you stop using it. And for years, you never stopped. Every snack, every small meal, every time you thought you were keeping your metabolism alive, you were just keeping the factory floor running while the repair crew sat idle. But once you give your gut the healing window it needs, everything changes. The bloat drops. The inflammation cools. The stubborn belly fat starts melting because your body finally stops defending a gut that's under constant attack. Those tight junctions seal. The bacterial balance shifts. The mucus layer rebuilds. Your immune system stands down. You didn't just learn about gut health. You learned how to stop sabotaging it. Your body knows exactly what to do. It's been trying to repair itself this whole time. You just needed to close the kitchen long enough to let it work.